Hi, this is Ramin Karimloo on the Broadway Podcast Network. You're listening and watching The Hang. This week we got Andrew Kober returning. As we know, he's not funny, he's not interesting, and he's not nice. So we're going to have him back as many times as we can. Hope you enjoy as much as I did.
Oh boy.
What are we doing?
I don't know. You're going to have to explain this to me and to your listeners and viewers.
Oh, they know.
Rolling all around. Go for it. Great. Is this part of it?
Oh, I'll probably keep it in.
I know
This will
you
be the
will.
teaser on Instagram.
Here, wait.
But we can't start unless he starts, right?
Why is the sun like that? Okay.
Because it's bright. What do you mean? It's science.
Posting that when I leave. Get the kids excited
Oh,
for whatever this is.
it's going to go crazy when this comes out.
Uh-huh. Oh.
What? Are you
No,
for
I just
time?
got a text from my wife that says, OMGGGGG.
Would you send her a picture?
No. I have no idea what this is going to be. We can find out together.
All right, maybe we'll find out live on this podcast. Season 3, Andrew Kober, welcome
Thank
to
you.
The Hang.
Ramin, this is still The Hang.
Yeah.
I've
Season
been
3.
on this then.
Well, on Zoom,
What? No, we did this at a hotel room.
but that never aired. I didn't put that out there.
I have been on a podcast that you hosted,
Yeah.
and it came out.
Yeah, The Hang. Season
That's-
1.
That's this.
Via Zoom, we did it.
And now I'm a return guest.
You're kicking the season off.
And there's a video component now.
Yeah, look at this. 3 cameras.
Has this
You're probably out of that shot.
is that new for season 3, the video?
Season 2, we started videoing it.
Who was in season 2?
Can't remember.
Okay.
Well, don't worry about it. The past is the past. This is the here
Not
and
worried.
now.
I'm thrilled to be back. Am I the first return guest?
Season 3, you're kicking it off.
That's
This
not
is
what I
it.
asked. Am I the first return guest?
Yes.
Okay. Great.
I think so.
I think Hadley got like a 2-parter or something. I remember being envious about that.
But he's very interesting. He is, though. Come on,
Okay.
let's be honest. He's
I didn't
smarter than
listen
both
to
of
it.
us. He's more talented than both of us.
I don't think I've ever met him.
He's so good.
I don't even know what he does. He's an actor?
I think so.
I'm
How
not
are you?
familiar.
How are you, bud?
I'm great. I'm so happy to see you. Oh,
Do you know what? Do we have to go do it all again? He doesn't like the ambiance.
I have a lot to say about this building.
You know what?
What?
We're keeping this in too.
Okay.
We don't cut shit.
We get a lot less interesting when they press record, I feel like.
That's
Have
why I
you
told
noticed
you
that?
when you come and stop
Doesn't
talking.
matter. It doesn't
You had so
matter.
much to say
I
before
have
the
a
camera.
lot to say. Okay, why do you live so high up? That's my first one. It's so high here. A couple months ago, I was in Dubai. You ever been to Dubai?
Yep.
An amazing place. Fascinating. I went
Go.
I went up the thing and to the top.
Yeah.
Whoa. This
Crazy.
feels like that. That elevator was very fast though, and so I feel like I was in your elevator longer than the one to the top of the Burj Khalifa.
Which elevator's fast? Ours?
The one here to your house
It's
where
crazy,
I am
right?
now. Yeah. And also like why isn't there anything on the walls except for this one weird like you didn't put that there.
No.
That just came with the place.
Okay, what walls are you talking about? It's all windows.
I'm looking at a wall, the huge white wall.
Okay, one wall, a picture can go up, but I'm in
I haven't
transit.
been in the other.
I know.
You've been here for a year and a half.
I'm still not long enough to put up pictures.
What's your dressing room like?
At the theater is tiny.
Bare,
Nothing.
austere.
Oh no, that's decorated. Lovely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you hire a guy?
No.
Oh, you did it yourself.
I have ideas, and then my dresser Lowell implemented those ideas, and then he had a few of his own.
Okay.
It's very classy in there.
All right.
I feel like I spend more time there than here.
That can't be true.
You don't know my schedule,
I know what a show schedule is.
so tell us about your show schedule. Can you say it?
My show's closed.
I
Thanks
know.
for bringing it up.
Yeah, but you had a good time.
I mostly stay home now because the show's closed. So I'm home mostly.
So it's been great hanging with you, bud. How was Beetlejuice, brother?
Beetlejuice was really great. It was really fun. I liked being in it, and the people were nice that worked there, and the people that came to see it were nice.
I heard it was great.
It was really good. It was really good. Help me, Fanny? What is it?
Funny Girl.
Fanny.
Wait,
Hold on.
the show title?
The one you're in.
It's called Funny Girl.
Anastasia.
No.
I'm close.
Fanny Bryce is the lead character.
Bryce. Hello, Dolly.
No, but it's called Funny Girl, I think.
And her name is Funny.
Fanny.
Got it. How's it going over there? I still haven't seen it, but I'm going to come.
Look, ultimately right now, man, you see all these shows closing this month, and our ticket sales, hottest ticket in town. So
Fantastic.
Grateful for that, and we need more of that in this town.
Sure. You know what they need is like a kind of like 40-ish character actor.
Go on.
To kind of just slide in there. Maybe it's Fanny's the name?
Yeah.
Maybe it's Fanny's neighbor, and he's there.
I know, but where do you find a 40s character actor in this town?
It's hard to say.
Let me see. Who's in England?
Maybe
who could do it?
Hadley.
Great choice.
You said he's an actor.
He's a wonderful actor.
That's terrific.
Yeah. No, he's a writer, I think, now.
That's great.
No, he's in a play. He's a real
It's
actor.
going to be terrible for sound. What else? Tell me things. Okay, so let's talk about your hair.
No, we're here to talk about you.
Why? It's the season 3 premiere. Everyone wants to know what you've been up to, what's been going on, and why your hair is like that.
Not at all.
Is that for the show, the hair?
The hair is for the show, yes.
Is it? You don't wear a wig in the show?
No, I wanted one.
Well, of course. You always prefer a wig. A wig's
Yeah.
always better. Why? So they put it's like a little reddish in there? Is that what it is?
No, those highlights started when I did Judas with long hair. And now I just keep it going.
The highlights.
Yeah.
You just keep it going.
Yeah.
You go to a guy and you say, give me the number
Just
23.
keep whatever this is.
Just keep it rolling.
Keep it whatever it is.
Huh.
And they ask me questions I still don't know how to answer.
At the hair
They
place?
talk about toners and things like that.
I don't know about
I don't know
any
what
of
you
that.
mean. Neither do I.
My hair has never been worse. I'm aging so poorly and deteriorating quickly. Do you remember how young? So I told you, I watched.
What do you mean you're deteriorating?
Physically and emotionally.
Go on.
It's all falling apart. Someone sent me clips from your vlog that we did for Les Mis.
Our vlog. Listen to that. Listen to this guy.
And I was watching it, and that was 2014, right? 9 years ago. I look like it was 38 years ago. I look like I was 23 and cute, and now I feel 59 and I feel terrible, and I looked so nice and cute, and you look the same, and Will looks the same.
I did say to Alan, my producer, before he came in, okay, Andrew's coming in. He's
Don't
not
say
homeless.
anything about-
He's an actor.
Don't say anything about how he looks. I know if you've ever
You're
seen the
looking
photo.
great. Stop it.
I don't feel good.
You're doing great work.
Yeah, that's true. I'm still good at what I do.
So tell us more about that. How many times you get on as Beetlejuice?
A bunch. I don't count. I did it probably a couple dozen times, something like that.
How was it? How was your
Really
first time
fun.
going on as that?
Fun, scary. It's hard to do something for the first time, and you don't want to feel like when you're the odd man out, right? You don't want to feel. My chief thing is just don't let anyone else down. Don't get anyone's way. Don't make anyone else's night harder. Mm-hmm. And I sort of always aim for.
Apart from mine, when I was Valjean, you went
I
out
don't
of your
think that
way to make my track
I don't
as
think
hard
that's
as
true.
possible.
I was just there. You just
Listen,
couldn't look at me. That wasn't on me.
You would come at me. You, Terrence. Anyhow, go on.
Do you remember when you said? Okay, well, so I got through. I always aim for the third show. I think the third show is the good one because the
Right.
first one goes better than you think it's going to,
Yep.
and you're relieved and you're great. And then that second one, you're like, I got this, and then it's not so good because
can't stand the second shows.
A second show's terrible. That third one, you can usually sort of find the pocket.
Yeah.
And that's what I found with Beetlejuice, and subsequently they were all fine. Do you remember at Les Miserables, not the first one or the second one, but the third one that we did? Remember? We did the third production of Les Mis that was ever on Broadway.
Right.
Right. We had a fight call every night. Do you remember this? You sent me to the hospital one night?
I didn't. I forgot till you bring it up now.
You sent me right to the hospital, Mount Sinai.
What happened?
Well, I was playing the pivotal role of Babet, right? Everyone's favorite guy at
Yeah.
Les Mis, Babet.
Give us a few bars.
Couldn't possibly.
Come on.
Truly don't remember.
Come here,
Come
man. closer, dear.
No, that was not. That's Bam Dubois.
Oh. Who are you?
Babet, I was in the gang.
What does Babet do?
I was in Cliff's gang.
What do I care? No, that's the big
No,
guy.
that was you. You
That's
just did your
Brujon.
voice and everything.
No, that's what do
Did
I care?
yourself.
Who you should rob? That's
Give me the
Brujon.
job. Yeah, it was not me.
Okay.
I was I know what I was. You ready? It's your brat Eponine. Don't you know your own kid? Why she's hanging about ya? That's how I did it. But there was a part earlier in the show, I guess when I was the innkeeper or the baker or something, where I went to hit you with a club and you like dodge it and you hit me with the club.
Yeah.
And one night at Fight Call, you hit me with the club right in the eye.
I'm so sorry
You
for
got
laughing.
like the bone under
shit,
my
I remember.
eye. Yeah, and I had to go to the hospital because I was seeing double and I had a big mark.
I don't mean to laugh. It's terrible. It's
yeah,
bad.
but here you are laughing.
Because you're laughing.
Yeah, well, we had a good time though. I remember then you got nominated, I think, for a Tony Award, and you didn't know anybody or how to do anything, so I had to go with you to all the stuff. Oh,
yeah.
That was so fun.
I remember that.
It
Yeah,
was fun. I went with you to all those weird dinners and stuff.
that's right.
Yeah, it was great.
We had a good time.
We had a good time.
So,
Yep.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
How long
did
were you in
that.
that for?
9 months. Did it for about 9 months.
What was your actual position in that? Because you covered Beetlejuice.
I covered Beetlejuice and then the other couple of principal men there.
Were you offstage standby?
Yeah, I was just chilling, man.
Oh, so how does that work?
I go there every day, and
How do you learn?
ooh, that was tough.
Look, I know I know some of these answers, but for those
Sure.
listening and whatnot, you know, the millions that tune in to the hang,
Is it
especially for
millions?
you, mate. You'll never know for sure, but it's about the millions. How many parts did you have to learn, and how do you compartmentalize? Do you start with one?
Yeah.
Completely learn that? Or do you go?
Yeah. Well, I was new, so they did the show before do you remember the pandemic?
Did you have that here too?
We had that.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
did
yeah.
it before it, and they did it at the Winter Garden, where then Hugh Jackman went after that.
With
The
Oklahoma.
other one. Yeah.
Okay.
And they weren't there anymore. They had to go to a new one. They went to the Marquee.
Who
right?
did?
Beetlejuice. And that's when they called me up and they said, we got to get Cobes in
Yeah,
here.
we gotta get ticket sales
We
up.
got to get this guy in here.
time.
And I was available. And so they called
Lucky.
and said, can you get in here? And I was like, yes. And I went over there. And so I started learning it. They told me what to prioritize.
Okay.
And so I learned kind of one, I just learned one at a time, really.
What was the first one?
The Adam role, the role that Rob McClure originated. Do you know Rob?
I've met him a couple times. Real talented guy.
Real talented guy. Here's what's interesting about Rob. You know where he lives? Okay, so you guys are polar opposites in this way. You want to live as few paces as possible from your dressing room, right?
Not necessarily. But this is not my home. So now I just wanted ease. Yes.
Anytime you've been in New York, I have known you to want to live as physically close to your theater as possible.
Not when I lived in Washington Heights. I love that.
When did you live in? Oh yeah, you and Terrence, you would run. That was a whole pain in the ass. Since then, since you wised up, now you live in Midtown every time.
Why was it pain in the ass? For who?
You live for the hearing about it was a pain in the ass for me. Now you live in. I don't think it's giving anything away. This is clearly Midtown that we're in. You live in Midtown.
Here we are in Chicago.
Yeah, paces from your stage door.
Yeah.
Rob McClure, you know where he lives?
Well, now I'm going to think.
Philadelphia.
Well, you didn't let me guess.
Yeah, mine was better.
How do you know what I was going to say?
I don't know. Okay, what were you going to say?
Philadelphia. So he.
Commutes from Philadelphia.
How long does that take?
I don't know, 3 days?
Wow.
Long time. It's far. He
Did he ever get a hotel overnight?
Sergio, I like that one. I'm
Sergio,
sure he
like
had some. I don't know.
Anyone hearing the laughter in the background? It's either Alan or Sergio.
Yeah. It's so far. So what he basically has to do is traverse all of New Jersey to get here.
Did he drive or take a train?
I think he takes the Amtrak.
We should have really had Rob McClure on this podcast. He has.
I could keep
seems-
just saying Rob stuff,
Do you want to be Rob?
like personally or
Just for
professionally?
this rest of this podcast?
Oh, no.
Okay, you're still Andrew?
Yeah. Wait, how do we get to that?
Because you were learning his
Oh,
part
the role
he originated.
right. I learned that first, and then I learned the other guy and the other guy. So I learned them all, and then sort of it all went fine. I went in when it was necessary, and then towards the end there, Brightman got a concussion,
I heard about that.
and I was out with COVID.
No.
Yeah, there's another standby. It was fine. Will Blum, super talented, but I was out with COVID when he got a concussion. I couldn't believe it.
So did you finish the contract? Were you back in time?
I
for the
came back
fact-
in the last week. I did half of the last week because Brightman sort of eased his way in very, very slowly for safety. And so I was able to come back in for the last kind of like week and a half.
Did you get on, or were you just standing?
Yeah, I did. I performed on the last day. I did the matinee. Brightman did the night. The whole last weekend we kind of alternated.
As Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, brother.
It was really fun.
I wish I got to see you. I know there was that one Sunday night.
There were a few Sundays I just stopped texting you because I figured you more often than not didn't reply.
I'm terrible at responding. I do apologize.
You're not good at the text.
No.
No.
I'm going to be better at it, though.
No, you won't. But what I want to know is, because sometimes you'll reply like a couple of days later.
Yeah.
How do you, what is that? Is it still with the blue dot the whole time?
Yeah.
What's your, let's look at your numbers right now.
I don't know where I put my phone. Is
Okay.
it over there?
I want to know how many unanswered texts, how many unanswered emails, and then I want to talk about this.
Okay, hang on now.
Okay.
Okay, so the text is 121.
Oh, boy.
Emails are 6,625.
Okay. One missed FaceTime. And
One missed FaceTime.
How many voicemails?
9.
Okay. So I've got no voicemails, no missed FaceTimes. I got one new email, which is now gone, and 2 texts, both from Leslie Kritzer. Do you know Leslie?
Kritzer?
Yeah.
I don't believe I do.
She's a terrific actor.
Say hello.
Okay. And now I'm back down to 0. I can't live my life with those red numbers.
Well, I kind of want to. I
Now
want to
you're
get
really
to that.
making a meal out of that string, so we have to talk about it. What's
Hang on. What do you suggest I do about the 6,000 emails? Should I just
Delete
go
'em.
read all and just start a new?
archive them, baby. Archive them. Here's my system. You want to hear about it?
Please.
I learned lately from the Smartlist podcast. Jason Bateman does the exact same system.
That's
as
why
me.
it's made me think. Okay, I want to do that, but how do I
Bateman's
do
doing
that?
the same system as me. What you do is you'll probably have to go on your computer. You have a computer.
Yeah.
You'll have to go on there, select all, archive them all. They're all still there. They're all still searchable. You can find them. But then you're starting with a clean slate. You're on square one. So every night I go to bed, there's nothing in my inbox that doesn't need my attention.
So select all,
Archive. Because archive is different than trash, and people don't know that.
but doesn't archive still take up your
What are
mailbox
you running it-
space?
When you're taking it up now, what's the difference?
Nothing.
Exactly.
All my days. And what about the text? What can I do about that?
You got to go one at a time, I think, for that.
I don't want to do that.
It's not good
Can I
what you
just
have going
delete
on there.
everything and start afresh?
Sure.
And if I lose any numbers, it is what it is, right?
And so what, every like Thursday you go through and you're like, all right, well, what have I missed? What do I need to deal with?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I have time, I'm a busy guy. I've been double
You
shifting
do
a
have
lot.
a lot going on.
I did. Now I'm calming a bit.
Why do you do so much?
Well, because
People
I like
ask.
to be distracted. You grow when you learn. You try new things.
Yeah?
You get out of your comfort zone.
You still working out?
Yes, sir.
You don't say.
But I was fortunate to play some really cool stuff over the last sort of 6 months. Different characters, and as actors, we're always trying to plant seeds for future stuff.
You're telling me.
So, and I'm here on my own. So why not? What else am I
You're
going
not
to
on
do?
your own. Come on. Hey. You have your found family.
Well, I got to take better care of my found family over here too.
That's
I
true.
know I don't see you enough.
Let's talk about it.
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about your phone case and what's going on there. Now, for
those
anyone who's
not-
listening and not watching, Ramin has an iPhone with what looks like a regular case, but at the bottom, who's that dog? Is that a dog?
That's my Kiva, and that's Lacey Lou. She's dead. And then that's Kiva. I joke about it, but I'll cry if I take it seriously.
No,
So
that's a good read. So on the bottom are 2 look like little key rings, and there's a string that looks like a hoodie string kind
Yeah.
of strung through it.
So when you're walking about town,
Oh, do you do it over the shoulder?
There we go.
That's the worst
Hello?
possible version.
this.
Hey,
Anyone
have you
tries to take
seen-
it, get back, bitch.
I wouldn't say that.
I would not say that either way.
Have
I'd say
you
a lot
seen-
worse.
I know. Have you seen that show on Netflix? It's a Japanese show with the toddlers running errands.
No, what's that called?
I think it's called Toddlers Running Errands.
Good title.
You know what I'm talking about. He knows what I'm talking about. So there's this show. I guess it's like a cultural thing in Japan where like kids when they're very young, like 4 or 5 years old, their parents will send them out to like, okay, so we need soba noodles and we need some green onions and make sure you drop off this card for, Mrs. Jones down the street. And they send these toddlers out, but they're followed by a camera crew. And they go and they run these errands. And the one thing about the show's fantastic. I can't recommend it highly enough. It's on Netflix. They all wear the same. They wear a little satchel that sort of looks like your phone setup. It's like over one shoulder. It's a small little thing. Anyway, that's if anyone's seen the toddler show. That's what it looks like when you put your phone over your shoulder. It's a great show.
And it's a great phone case.
Uh-huh.
Where's your phone? You got to put it
It's
in
in
your
my pocket.
Yeah, it bulges, ruins the lining of your trousers. Why would you do that?
And you know that's a big concern for me.
It is for me.
I worry a lot about the lining of my trousers.
So now you're in between work. You're auditioning.
I'm working, man. I'm just like I'm just not doing 8 shows a week. You know how it is. I'm doing readings and concerts and teaching and all the things.
What's on the horizon?
Well, I'm going straight from here to a rehearsal for a new play reading that I'm working on. And then, I'm going to Florida to do some concerts in a couple of weeks.
When in Florida are you?
When in Florida am I?
When will you be in Florida?
I'll be in
Where in Florida are you going to be?
Middle of Florida in the Fort Lauderdale area.
What concerts are these?
This is some concerts that we're doing for the people of Florida.
Who's we?
There's 4 of us that are doing them. It's a concert of a bunch of the music of Broadway's Jewish composers. It's called L'Chaim.
Okay.
And we're doing a little tour of Florida, singing some of these songs, and then I'll go on vacation with my family. And then
what dates are the Florida shows?
February 14th, I think, through the 19th, something like that.
I'm coming out like 10 days after that. It'd be nice to hang out in Florida.
What are you doing in Florida?
Concerts.
Yeah, see? And then
got all the great Iranian musical theater composers.
Uh-huh. Oh, and then in March, I'm doing a workshop of this new musical. I'm not allowed to talk about it. I'll tell you off the thing. I signed an NDA and everything.
And what is that for? Is that a full-fledged musical or a workshop?
It's on its way to... Oh, it's a workshop of what is on its way to becoming a full-fledged musical.
Notebook.
What?
Is it a Notebook?
It's not the Notebook.
Okay.
I wish I was in the Notebook.
I heard it's great.
Are you in it?
No.
Huh.
I'm too old for that.
How much longer are you going to do Fanny?
Hello, Dolly? I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. You know. But you do know.
Yeah, but there's a couple of things on the horizon as well.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm having a great time doing it.
That'd be great. I will come. I'll come.
To see Funny
To see
Fanny?
Mame? Yeah, I'll come.
Oh, man.
Mame would be good.
Yeah.
All right. What's a show that we could do together? That's what I want to start figuring out and pitching.
We can never work together again.
Why not?
We won't get through it.
That's not true. That's not true.
Let's do a play.
We have fantastic chemistry.
That's true.
We have complementary types. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It won't be, what would be fun is to like find a great, we could like True West it and just switch roles every night. And I think
That's what I want to do.
to do a True West, we could do True West.
It's like when there was murmurings about chess coming back. I'm like, I want to do the American one week and then the Russian another week.
It'd be fun to do them like the same day, matinee and
Once
evening,
it's in your system, yeah.
Sure,
Why not?
yeah. Once you know what you're doing.
That'd be
I don't
awesome.
really know chess. I know the one song. I know you just did it recently.
It's great. The music is, I love it. I'm a fan of it. I don't understand when people are like, it's a complicated book. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's pretty straightforward.
I don't know it at all.
It's good.
Okay. Are you going to go back into Phantom before it closes?
No.
That's too bad. Me neither, I don't think.
They should have you back.
Yeah, I've never been
You
there.
were one of my favorite Phantoms.
That's sweet. Thank you. Did I ever tell you the first concert I ever went to was Michael Crawford?
The music of Andrew Lloyd Webber with Michael Crawford?
No, he was touring his Love Songs album.
Oh, okay.
And I went to go see him. He came through Cleveland, Ohio, where I grew up. And he played, I think like an arena, like a basketball arena.
Yeah, he would.
And
in his heyday, he was massive.
He was massive. This would have been like 95, 96 or something. And I went to go see him and he was fantastic.
Yeah, he's a great showman.
Yeah. And he's still at it, right? He's still working a little bit, isn't he?
I don't think so.
All right. I'm thinking of Michael Ball.
Yeah, that guy.
He's out there with Alfie. The two of them.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I had to unfollow
Nonstop.
him on Instagram. It's like too much. Like good for you, but like enough, Alfie.
I love those music videos they do.
They're
the
so
one
cute,
on the yacht.
those two. It's nice when I hope he listens to this. It's nice when a couple of elderly men can find companionship in each other in the way that we are.
Yeah, pretty much. Because as you mentioned, 8 shows a week is the first time in my life I'm like, yeah, why do we do 8 shows a week?
Is this harder? This can't be harder than Valjean.
For some reason, I thought Nick Arnstein wasn't going to be this hard.
No, who's that?
The lead in Mame,
Okay.
which I'm in.
Yeah.
Well, the male
You didn't
lead.
think it would be this hard. Because I watched the
'cause-
movie, Funny Girl.
Dolly is our leading lady.
I watched the movie because they
walks in,
asked me to
"Hello,
audition
Dolly."
for it.
Go on.
For the Keeney,
Yeah, you'd be great as Keeney.
didn't work out.
It wouldn't because we'd have a few scenes together. Well, one.
Well, I watched the movie, right? Mm-hmm. And it's great. And I remember thinking like, oh yeah, Ramin's perfect for this. And it doesn't seem like a really that heavy of a lift, but I understand for the Broadway show, they've added some material.
Added a lot, which is fulfilling and great to play. But so it is, I'm tired.
Yeah. And you're in a shirt the whole time.
No.
Oh, good for you. Oh, good. Because I know that's in your rider. I know.
That's the second time in 2 days interviews asked me about it.
Well, do you remember, I think for one of our great unreleased podcasts, we were hanging out in your dressing room at Anastasia. Do you remember this?
Yes. I know what you're going to say.
And I said, how's it going over here? And you go, oh, they don't let me take my shirt off at all.
No, that's not how it goes.
That's how I remember it.
No, well, of course, that's how you remember it. This is how it went. You went, when you take your shirt off, I said, they won't let me.
They won't let me.
That's what happened.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So, but you do get to in this one.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Very briefly.
Are you in a robe or something?
Yes.
Yeah, of course, like a flowy robe.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it like silk?
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
Top of act
And
two.
do you sometimes get a little hoot, a little holler?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you do. That's great.
Yeah.
So the tattoos, are those period appropriate?
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. People don't realize that people were inked to the gills back then.
Sure.
You know.
Sure.
I think a lot of people in MAME, I think that's what MAME means. They've been maimed.
They've been maimed by ink.
That's how I took it.
Right. I bet Michael loved that.
Yeah. Who's Michael?
That would have been. Do you remember the guy who told you like where to stand? You at some point someone said, make sure you stand here or you won't be in the light.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Doesn't matter. I'll come see it. I'd love to come see it.
Well, we run. Which theater we're at?
See, now this is the thing, because I know you're.
See, anyone who doesn't know that we're dicking around.
Yeah, it's going to be so upset. But it's
Alan, is this all right to keep on like this? Look, my producer, he's working on something else now.
Yeah, he's moved on. I'll just kind of wander around your place until I find a poster with your face on it. I know it's within a block of here. It's got to be.
Not my face.
Your face? Oh, that used to be your face. And there were a few faces, right? And now is it just Leah?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a great poster, though.
It's a great poster.
Yeah.
How did you feel about your face coming off the thing?
I was very happy about it.
Were you?
Yeah, I don't care about stuff like that.
How do you like this mustache?
I hate it.
I bet.
Can't wait to grow a beard again.
Yeah, because the half mustache is very hard to maintain, I'm sure.
And I've messed it up a few times.
Are you doing that yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's not bad. Knowing that.
Well, I just did it fresh this morning. It looks good, right?
No, it looks all right.
And if I move quick enough and I'll stand still.
Yeah, and then that's your acting style. Yeah. It's like very frenetic.
The more frenetic it is because I've messed up the
Because
mustache.
you don't want them to see your face
just keep
still
moving
for
around.
too long.
A lot of hand acting over the mouth.
Yeah, that's great. That's terrific. I do want to come. And so and they've added songs from other shows, from Carousel and...
Yeah, and I think we got a couple from South Pacific in there.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Younger Than Springtime's beautiful.
People love that song.
I love singing it too.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
That's the lyric.
Yeah.
How'd you know it?
I like South Pacific.
Yeah.
I like South Pacific. I'll come see it. I'd love to. Can you get me...
And Luck Be a Lady's in it too, which everyone loves.
Everyone does love that. You should put some Sondheim in. Is there any Sondheim?
Who's that?
Okay. Can you give me like a seat? Because I'm not working. So, although I was on Law and Order last night. You should watch my Law and Order.
I just had breakfast with a mate who asked about you and goes, I just saw him on Law and Order last night. And I said, he's coming into the podcast today.
Who's that?
My friend.
Okay.
Well, you're not going to know him. No one's going to.
If he knows me.
Jonathan.
Groff.
Sure.
Yeah, last night I was on Law and Order.
How was that?
Great.
What'd you play?
A pedophile, but not a murderer.
Wait, because I know the ending. You were innocent.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
But you're a pedo?
Yeah, that I did do.
So you're still guilty.
But not of the crime that we're addressing in this particular episode.
So the pedo got free?
I was like, it turns out that I had a long ago conviction from like when I sent pictures of my high school girlfriend, some risque photos I sent around. I got convicted, right? Then I served my time.
Was your character underage when he did this at the time?
I don't remember. I think maybe
didn't
I
do a
was just
backstory?
over and the girlfriend was just under, you know?
You didn't do a backstory?
No, I did, but I don't want to speak for the production. You know what I mean?
Right.
My inner life was very rich. And so, anyway, a kid who I knew is found dead. Obviously, I'm the first suspect, right? But I didn't do it.
So the fact that you were a pedo...
Keep saying it.
We'll cut there, and that's going to be the advertisement on Instagram.
Just keep saying it.
I'm trying to get. First of all, it's not a laughing matter.
No, of course
In this
not.
case with you, it is.
Yes.
But the fact that you're a convicted pedophile,
My character was.
not Andrew Kober from South Pacific. Now, what did it have to do with? Were they using
I'm
that
now-
as a like?
so my
This is why
character-
you're guilty for this.
Yeah, because my character
Right.
is now an acting coach
Holy crap!
of kids, largely high school aged kids.
That would never be allowed to happen.
Well, I changed my name. I moved to a new state, and so now I'm an
Was
acting
he
coach.
reformed
Yeah.
in the shows?
Well, I served my time, right? I was on probation. I served my time. New name, moved to a new place, and was working with kids, which probably shouldn't have been doing. But then one of the kids turns up dead. Who's the first door they're going to knock on? But I didn't do it. So
So do you live happily ever after that?
I don't know. I sort of disappeared around 8:15, 8:16. You didn't really see me again. Once
What
I was
time did the
off
show
the hook.
start? 8?
Yeah. But that first 15 minutes was very Cobra heavy.
So a lot of show reel stuff for you. It's going on the show reel.
Yeah, it's going to go right on there.
When did you shoot that?
About in December, about a month ago.
Self tape.
Yeah.
Talk me through the self tape.
Hate a self-tape. Hate a self-tape.
Go on. I'm starting to like them.
Really?
Yeah.
This is interesting. Okay, we could spend the rest of the time on this.
All right.
Don't mind a Zoom. Love being in a room.
See, I hate to Zoom.
Why?
What if there's a delay?
I'm not that bothered by that. Here's my thing.
First, okay, go through it. But from you get the audition.
Self-tape.
Can you put this on tape by Friday?
Okay.
Go.
So here's what I'm going to have to do. The only thing I'm trained to do is be an actor. It's the only thing I know how to do.
Mm-hmm.
For the purposes of this self-tape, I'm also going to have to be a cinematographer,
Correct.
a camera operator, a lighting designer, a sound designer, and a set designer.
Right.
None of those things I'm qualified to do, but I am sort of expected to do all of them anyway.
Which that does piss me off. When,
Yeah.
when people are like, well, the lighting wasn't right for your self tape. I don't fucking
Well,
care.
it's-
Did you like the
that's not my
storytelling?
job.
Yeah.
And then I do the self-tape, right? I read with my wife because she lives in my house. She's right there.
Wonderful actress.
She's a good actress, but she's a mean director. And so it'll be a lot of like, I'll finish the first take and she'll be like, so, are you going to, that's how you want to say it?
Brilliant.
I was like, well, that's sort of how I planned it. Yeah, that's what I had in mind. She's okay. And she's like, okay, can I give you one idea? I said, sure. She'll say, okay, I'm trying to think of a way to say this that won't be mean. And I go,
You're going to have to say it now.
already we're off to a rough. So now the tension has begun, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm sweating. Now like I'm a little mad, and just I haven't even gotten the note yet. Then she's going to give me the note. Now here's the kicker. It's usually a good note, which makes me angrier, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Right? So now I'm going to do 3 more takes out of resentment without taking her note before she says, I really think you should try my thing. And now I'm furious, but I'll do it one time her way. It's the best take, of course.
Yeah.
And then I have to use that and just like full of self-loathing, full of bitterness at her. The whole thing is very emotionally fraught.
Right.
Right. But here's the thing. Then I've got this take and I edit it. I put a little fade in and a little fade out.
Love doing that.
I adjust the color a little bit, maybe.
Little zoom.
Sometimes
just
crop,
top
little
of the
zoom,
head.
little crop.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't want too
Make
much
sure
above
it's
the head.
centered. Don't want too much above the head.
No.
But sometimes my hair can be a little tall, so
Sometimes
I
I
gotta make sure.
get crazy and I shoot in thirds.
You don't.
Ooh, sometimes, man.
You
Depends.
shoot in thirds.
Well, it just depends where I need to look.
That's really bold. And I do have a good side, so I gotta. She doesn't care. My wife, she sits wherever she wants, but I make sure I'm always putting her over here.
Yeah.
So your voice is coming from the other. So that's fine, right? Then I've got this thing and I send it. And what the casting people see is this performance in a vacuum, right? It's just this little thing. Whereas the other day I had an audition for a new musical in person. I go into the room. It's the director, it's the composers, it's the producer, it's all the people. And I'm in there for whatever, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 2 of which are me doing the performance.
Right. So you get the hang.
It's all the other minutes that are going to book me that job.
Because it's all about the hang.
Oh God, I hate that you did that.
But it's true.
But well, because here's the thing is
Say it. It's true.
there's almost no job that that there aren't 20 people that are good enough to do it.
Right.
It doesn't exist.
Correct.
I'm sure you're terrific in MAME. there are a dozen other guys within 3 square blocks of here that could do it great.
There's a lot of people who can play Sky Masterson.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly right. And the reason it's you instead of them is because people like working with you. You have a good reputation. You're a hard worker. You know, you're nice to be around, whatever.
Because it's all about
the hang. And so my thing is like, I know that there are guys who are better than me or funnier or can sing a little better or, you know, definitely better dancers, whatever. I'm more fun to be around than most of those guys. And I'll be on time more than those guys. And I'll know my lines.
You'll be on time more than me, that's for sure.
I'm always on time.
Yeah.
And I know that like that's what I bring to the table. And so in the vacuum of a self-tape, I can't tell you any of that. You can't know that on our 5th day of 10 out of 12s, you're going to be cool to see me, you know, backstage. You're going to like that I'm in the room.
I get you.
You can't know that from my weird little performance. You know what I mean?
And you try and maybe implement that in your slate. Like, hi, I'm Ramin Karimloo. It's like, oh, no.
They like it when I say I'm Ramin Karimloo. They do. They tend that actually engenders a lot of positivity.
I'm going to say I'm Andrew Kober. See what happens.
See how that goes.
Let's try that.
Okay. I also use the same like 3 slates for everything. I'll be in like a whole different outfit for. I don't care. I've never gotten a note about it.
Don't you love when they go, and just for 20 seconds, tell us something about yourself. What am I, 10?
Yeah. My favorite color is blue.
I just don't put those in.
I like hot dogs. Well, you know what? I think lately they've started adding things that they want in the slate, and I think it's just to make sure you're not reusing old slates.
I don't mind that. I'd rather you tell me what you want.
No, I'm still reusing the old ones.
Oh, yeah.
We need your vaccination status. If you can be a local hire, we need to know, you know, how exactly what size shoe you are. Nope. I'm using the same one that says, hi, my name, where I live. That's all you're getting. I'm not making a whole new, because for also like I live in a house with kids and a dog and like there's all this stuff going on. To create a space where I can do a full body shot, it takes some moving of stuff.
That's the hardest one when you want the whole body.
I can't do that every time.
No.
My lower half looks exactly like you think it does.
Okay.
You know, they need to see the line of my trousers.
How much time do we have?
I got like 20 minutes.
What time is it now?
It's 20 to noon.
Oh, we got time.
Yeah.
So you sent it in and it was a one and done, or did you have to do another? Did you have to Zoom after that?
Oh, no, Law and Order was a one and done. The last couple of TV gigs I've booked from self-tapes one and done.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's been good.
Do you get a lot of rejection as well?
Of course.
How do you deal with that? Does it bother you?
Poorly. Yeah. No, I mean,
do you ever, because we're of it. How young are you now?
I'll turn 39 next month.
Oh, you are that much younger than me.
I know.
Well,
because you're 50.
52.
Yeah.
Do you start, how do you battle out self-doubt with all this? Because you're going to get more no's than yes, mostly, because there's so much you go for.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. I sort of, you know, I live in this small town in New Jersey now. Mm-hmm. And so I've been thinking about this a lot, actually, because I'm the only person in the business in my town. Mm-hmm. And so when Beetlejuice announced that it was closing, all of the like guys who work on Wall Street or who work in big pharma or whatever, like all the other dads, right? Are like, oh man, I heard your show is closed. I'm so sorry. Like it was like, it's a huge crisis, you know, mm-hmm. losing your job for a real person is a huge crisis.
Yeah. And
I get told no at least once or twice a week. And then like, I've never had a job that lasted longer than a year.
Yeah.
Like this is what it is. This is what happens. So we kind of get used to that, right? So I think part of it is you're just conditioned to it, right? You feel it all the time. It beats down and you sort of develop a little bit of a thick skin about it. I don't think I've ever not gotten a job because I'm not good enough. I don't, maybe that's a story I tell myself, but like I sort of need that to get through it. It's like, I don't think I've ever not gotten a job because I'm not good enough. I think I'm always, I'm too young or I'm too old or I'm too fat or too thin or I'm too whatever, right? Like it's very rare that I think like, oh man, if I had done that better or if I had done that differently, I could have gotten that.
Yeah.
I've never not gotten a job that I think I should have gotten. Now there have been a lot of jobs that like Sweeney Todd, right? They announced we're doing Sweeney Todd. I called my agents. I said, I should definitely be in Sweeney Todd. And they said, all right, let's look into that. And they called them, and the folks over at Sweeney Todd said, we don't really think he should be in Sweeney Todd. I said, can we say please? And they said, all right. So we called them, they said please. And they said, all right, tell him he can make us a tape. I said, okay. Self-tapes for musicals are like even worse than self-tapes for television. Because now all of a sudden, like the fact that you were a sound designer, you're also now like a sound mixer and you're a sound arranger.
So you had to do a song on tape?
Had to do a song on tape.
Did you go down the barrel or are you looking at...
No, I'm looking above usually
Okay.
for a song. Made a tape, took a lot of time, made sure it was great. I sounded great, made sure the levels were good, sent it in, and they said, no, we don't think so.
Really?
So like, okay, you know. Now here's the thing. The folks at Sweeney Todd, which I'm not in, the casting directors cast a dozen different Broadway shows.
Mm-hmm.
The director has 3 or 4 different Broadway shows. It's not impossible that they know something I don't know, that something's going to be opening up that's actually right for me and they're saving me for that.
Right.
Or that they need the track that I maybe would have been right for to cover a role that I actually am not right for, right? Like there's all this kind of internal, these mechanics of running a big show or running a whole business that I am not privy to. All I can do is sing the song well and send in the tape on time. And so that's what I did. It didn't work out. That's okay. I'll be in something else. I still think they were wrong, but I'll be in something. I will inevitably be in something that I wouldn't have been able to be in if I was in Sweeney Todd. John Rapson's in Sweeney Todd.
Is he?
Yeah.
He got your part.
He did. Yeah, he did it off Broadway. I can't blame him.
I can't wait to see Sweeney Todd.
Yeah. Let's go
Wanna go?
together.
That could have been me.
Yeah, I'll just be mad.
I feel like I'm going with George Costanza, to be honest. That's how you feel at that point when we go see
I feel
it.
that way a lot of the time. No, I'd love to go see it. I'm sure it'll be great.
So you got a busy year ahead, off and on with stuff.
Yeah, busy. Yeah, busy. Busy's good, I think. I got these kids.
I heard you got about 2 now, right?
Something like that. About 2.
Yeah. They're still young, aren't they?
They're young.
Ish.
Yeah,
7
well,
and...
Asher just turned 7 and Jolie's 1.5. She's very young. She's a little baby.
Wow.
So I don't really know her yet, but I'll figure her out.
They're good from like 2, 3 onwards.
Yeah, that's what I figured out with
Yeah.
the first one. I was really worried when Asher was a baby. I was really worried that I was bad at it because I was like, I don't get this at all. This is totally unappealing to me. As he got older, it became much more appealing, and now he's my favorite person.
I know. I feel like I'm missing out on some great stuff now.
Well, your kids are adults. I mean, like,
yeah, but I always thought being away now would be easier, but no, it's never a good time to be away.
yeah, but at least in my experience, I like him more every day. I like him more. I like being with him more. You know, I have yet to encounter a part of it that I like less than the part that preceded it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
It's just been a straight lineup.
Yeah.
And so, it's not being in a show right now. I'm starting to entertain the idea of maybe going out of town for gigs, and that, like, the idea of it is, it does get harder, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's something I'm going to recalibrate now post South Pacific when I'm finished that, the run of MAME.
You're going to move back to Canada with your family.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I had to sell. I really wanted. I have a dream of going motorcycle riding with you because I have my motorcycle license.
Yeah. Well, a full one, or you had a little scooter, didn't you?
Well, little. It was 150 cc's.
Man, sewing machines have bigger engines.
I had to get a full motorcycle license to operate it.
Okay.
And I have this dream of like you and me riding motorcycles through the countryside
Should we do that this summer?
with the drone.
Okay. And we'll bring some mics and we'll do a little.
That'll be great sound.
We'll keep talking. No, while we're driving.
Oh,
We'll stop, have a
do you
little
have
chat.
a motorcycle I could borrow? I don't have. I sold my scooter.
No, we'll rent 2 Harleys.
Okay, that'd be really fun. How fun would that be?
I'd love it.
I would love that.
Maybe we'll get some sponsors.
Harley.
We'll do a
You know what I want to
GoFundMe.
buy? Like a Triumph or like a Royal
They're great.
Enfield.
Yeah. Well, let's do that, man.
Yeah.
I'd
They're
love to
not
ride those.
crazy expensive.
No, but we
bikes.
only need to hire them for the weekend or something.
Yeah. I'll come out to England. I'm making plans to go out there right now because our friend Casey Levy is going to do Next to Normal in London. And so I'm going to go out this fall and go see her.
I got called in for that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Passed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? You didn't want to?
I want to stick around here a little longer.
Okay.
Just the timing. I would have loved to have done it with her had they wanted
She's
me.
the best.
Yeah, she's great, man.
Boy, is she good. They didn't call me at all.
You'd be great.
I know. I want to get back to England.
Let's go together.
Okay. Are
Brother.
we wrapping up? It feels like it.
We're wrapping up.
Do you want to say anything about the wrestling musical? I think this is all viral marketing for the wrestling musical. It's all every time I go.
You
on
got to come
Instagram.
next time. It's you
It's
won't.
in Jersey, right?
Well, it's wherever. That's where it was.
Right.
But it's one of those when you see it, you'll be like, I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did.
I don't doubt that I would enjoy it. I know you. I know Amber a little.
You'd love it, man.
I don't doubt it. Is there
It's
anybody
so
else
much
in
fun.
it? As far as I can tell, it's just you and Amber.
No, Matt Cardona. We had
Who's
a
a
full
wrestler?
cast. Yeah, he's a real
And he sings.
speaks on pitch. But what he does is perfect for the part. And he's amazing, man. He's a great actor as
I'd
well.
love to come see it.
All right, next time it's happening, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Maybe we'll get you in it. You'd be great as one of the announcers, by the way.
Okay.
Oh my
I
God.
don't feel like this went that well.
Well,
How
we'll
do you
take a
feel?
vote. Oh, I should have get my phone. Let's see if there's a quick question. Hang on.
Okay. Did you say that I was going to be here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, let me see. This will be very embarrassing if there's not
If
one
nobody
question.
has any interest.
First question from Lane Brown. Ask Andrew if he ever got the drone he wanted.
So we were talking about this before we started recording. Yes, I bought a drone. And by bought, I mean my wife bought me a drone. And it's so nice and fancy. And it shoots in 4K. And it can do all the stuff that we dreamed of, almost a decade ago. The time is now. We could think of... Okay. Listen, go on YouTube and watch the giddiness with which we discuss the idea of adding a drone into our content.
Okay.
Now it's here, right? Like the time is here. It's arrived. We can finally achieve everything that we've been working toward.
Okay, so we'll do an episode of The Hang with the drone, and you can
It'll
curate that.
just be,
You can curate that. We'll go out in the field.
yeah.
And then
There's a lot of fields by me.
we'll see what happens.
Okay.
And last question for you. Do you miss Cedric?
That's the mask.
Yeah.
You don't still have it,
I
you?
do. It's in
No.
England, though.
Okay.
I wish I brought it.
Why did you keep it?
Why wouldn't I? That thing is amazing. Remember how it spooked Will so much? He really didn't like
spooked
it.
Will, we got to get Will in here.
Okay.
Listen, here's what I really think
you can
we should do.
co-host with me and we get Will.
I think you should have Will as a guest and I'll co-host.
Yeah.
I'll Andy Richter it.
What's he doing now?
Andy Richter?
No, Will.
Oh, I don't know.
He was in a musical. It's in town now.
Yes, it's
Six?
about 6.
6.
Will's in 6.
I heard that's great.
I did hear that's great. I don't go to the theater.
I don't either.
So go see Will in 6.
Yeah,
Go
me
see
and-
Ramin in South Pacific, the new wrestling musical. Now in Jersey City.
And you are about to do
And I'll be
that
doing
musical,
a
which you
lot
got the
of
NDA on, which is
the
called...
musical. And also
Spider-Man
L'Chaim,
reboot?
the concert series in Fort Lauderdale. It's all going good. And I'll be in Mexico with my family in February. So, if you see me, just throw a seashell or whatever.
Andrew, I miss you, bud. I can't wait
you.
to see you again.
Yeah.
I love you.
Okay.
It's all about The Hang.
Oh, it ended even worse than the whole episode was.
And cut.
Oh, man. I don't think it was good.